everybody. We are Team 7. We are in charge of the Vanderburgh County Fair app that was provided by us by the client, Sherry Shapker. My name is Andy Jang, and I worked on documentation.
My name is Joseph Klein. I worked on development.
My name is Heath Kircher. I worked on documentation.
I'm Justin Norris. I worked on documentation and graphic design.
My name is Dalton Atwood. I worked on the map for the home screen.
Our client, Sherry Shapker, is the treasurer of the Vanderburgh County 4-H, and the objective of this, what they wanted to do, was to create a modern form of public engagement and information sharing for their yearly event of the fair and to celebrate their 100th anniversary of the fair. So we decided to create a mobile app that is iOS based as priority. Next slide, please. And our client was very lenient about the requirements to basically go forward as we please, provided with some relevant information for the fair, such as the fairground maps, food booth information, schedule events, and like frequently asked questions that people usually ask at the fair. The mobile application needed to be similar to the West Side Nut Club and the Fall Festival app that showed us where the food was located, etc. One of the problems that we actually ran into was we found out there was a cost for the Apple Dev account, and we didn't realize that until later on, but we were able to catch it before it was too late. So we were able to talk to the client, and she agreed to pay the full amount. Another issue was the sizing error, which created problems for our maps, and we ended up being able to catch it during the testing phase and redrew it.
We used a variety of tools in the development. So for any UI design for the general app and for the map especially, we used a combination of Adobe XD and Illustrator. For the map, we're utilizing the Google Maps SDK, and then for the actual app code itself, it was all within the Xcode IDE, and then our databases are in JSON tables, and we have a guide that we made, and we're recommending the client use Visual Studio Code, just a very simple way to update those tables. Then for inter-team communication, we used a combination of Discord, Microsoft Teams for file sharing, especially for any kind of documentation with its good integration with Microsoft Office. And then also GitLab as a code repository and also issue tracking. Then the UI design, we weren't trying to recreate the wheel here. Pretty simple as far as different items in each cell. So we have the calendar screen, a food screen, and an FAQ. Here we separated the map into a couple different layers just to show a little more of how it is presented and put together. So overlaying onto the standard Google Maps UI, we have a custom coloring over it to make it a little more inviting. And then on top of that, we will lay over different icons for, say, the food booth locations or event locations.
Yeah, so when it came to creating the map for the home screen, what I did was I took the Google Maps layout, and I first wanted to make the map myself to make it kind of cartoony for 4-H. They like to create their own stuff. So I used Adobe Illustrator, and it came out good. The issue was when we put in the locations of like the food booths and all that stuff, it wasn't quite fitting. Like the building would be the wrong building, or there'd be two food booths on the same building. So Justin helped me out a little bit with the Adobe XD, and he put the Google Maps on the XD, and then I touched up all the buildings, and so we worked together on that screen. Next. And then, so what I did was I drew the roads in before, and then Justin put the Google Maps in, so the roads are a lot straighter now and more where they're supposed to be. It's more professionally done now than what I liked it to be because I really wanted to go for the 4-H cartoony look, but this makes it to where all the food stands are where they're supposed to be. And then I drew all these lines and stuff just so if people have never been to the fair, they know where the arenas are. This isn't on the actual application. I just wanted you guys to all see what everything was. So that's creating of the map.
Joe?
Yeah, I just had to unmute myself. So this is the stuff that we used. We touched briefly about this in tools, but for the map layer, like you guys saw in the design page that we were just showing, we have to use something to provide like proper longitude and latitude for the map so that we can place the pins and they can be updated later. And also doing something like the Google Maps SDK, or the other option was like the Apple Maps SDK, and there were a few other small options. Doing that allows us to actually show the user where they are. So not only do they see the food booth locations, but they also have that little, blue pin that you guys are all familiar with to show where they are in relation to the places that they're trying to go to. And then we touched on this in other screens as well, but we have a JSON table for the events and for the foods and for all the other items that need any sort of database. And basically, the reason that we did this was that in the future, they're able to upgrade. And right now, everything is based on the device, but in the future, they could get a network connection and have a server set up that would send them JSON data. And they could update the events, the food booths, all that, and it would pretty much be natively supported by the app. The only thing that's missing right now is the network and server call, which they could upgrade to easily later.
So when we initially sat down to discuss the ways forward with the project, as Joe mentioned, we initially considered doing a online based app where the data would be hosted on a server, since the 4-H Fair Committee owns a small server where their website's hosted from. We ultimately decided against it because Apple would have needed additional time to review the app's network call framework to ensure there was nothing questionable going on in the background. But more importantly, the 4-H grounds has fairly poor Wi-Fi coverage and cellular data coverage. So we didn't want users to have drop connections or long loading times. And so instead, as Joe mentioned, we went with a JSON table. This data is going to be hosted locally within the app. They'll download it whenever they download the app. And it's going to provide the data to the users in a quicker manner and a more reliable manner than it would have been with a network call based retrieval. The next steps for this app, we're going to be working to ensure the product launches on the App Store. We haven't yet created an Apple dev account. We wanted to let Sherry, our client, handle that. And the 4-H staff will in the future need to update the data as they need for the future fairs, and then push that updated data to the App Store for review and user download.
So in our development process, we identified some things that were going to end up being out of the scope of this project, but could potentially be implemented later. So like the network connectivity, while we wanted to focus on a base offline setup for reliability, network connectivity could be implemented in the future, especially as cellular data networks get more reliable, and believe the client had mentioned that they were looking into providing a Wi-Fi network across the fairgrounds as well, which would help make that more feasible. Also, they were interested. They knew that it was not going to be implemented here, but maybe separate project or later implemented into this app, a way to track volunteer hours. Uh, then also linking into the fair's existing social media and being able to have users enter and participate into, for example, a photo contest right there within the app without needing to go anywhere else. And then next here we'll have a demo video that just goes over all the features.
This is the map screen for the app. Here we're able to see all the different event centers and food booths. If we were to select an event center, which is shown with an E, it'll show us the name for that event center. If we were to tap on the utensils, which show food booths, it'll show us the name for that food booth and give us the option to see more information about it. We'll do that here in a moment. I'd like to open up the window, which is in the top left. This will show us the option to go to the event screen, the food screen, the map screen, which is what we're on, or the info screen. Now, let's tap on the window for that food. This will take us to the food menu, and here we can see the different food that is available for this location. This location only has one item, which is sweet tea. If we were to select this blue pill here, it'll send us back to the map and that location. If we wanted a little bit more of a manual search, we could open up the menu, select the food screen, clear the previous search, sort through the available options by scrolling, or by searching for a food item. Once we found a location that we'd like to visit, we can tap on it, and the map will show us where it's at. If we open up the window again, we can see the different events by tapping on the events icon. Here we can select the day that we'd like to go to. I'll be selecting Tuesday. And we can select the different events just by tapping on them. I'll be selecting the rabbit show, which is at the small animal barn, and that'll take me down the map. Then I can select the info screen. Here I can see the different contact information, phone numbers, positions, names for different people at the facility. And I can also see the policies for the fair. If I tap on a policy, it'll open up that policy and show me more information about it.
And at this point, we're open for any questions.